Bear with me, bear with me. Let's check the audio, see if it's working. All right. All right, hey, shalom, shalom. All right, we come back out here once again through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay. We are the Hebrew Israelites, coming in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and the destruction of this wicked kingdom known as America, aka Babylon the Great, according to the Holy Scriptures. All right. So before we get started, we're going to turn to the east to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful elect that are out there diligently pushing the word of truth and sincerity. All right, so as I stated before, we come out here every single week, okay? Every single week, consistently, all right? And as though we bring out the same information, we may sound like a broken record, hey, but the point of the matter is, the Lord sent forth his prophets, okay, his men, his servants, before he brought forth the destruction. And what he did was to have them give warning to his people. And that's exactly what we were sent here to do. All right. We don't come out here on our own accord, but we're moved by the Spirit. We're moved by the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay. To preach liberty to the captives. Okay. To the meek, to the lowly. All right. And bring comfort by way of bringing out these scriptures. Okay. So we're in a beautiful time, man. So this is a beautiful time to be alive, okay? Because we are physically, all right, in the kingdom, the queendom, all right, that is set to be the end all be all, man. Okay, Babylon the Great, all right, and we are witnessing the demise. We are witnessing the this place slowly but surely being taken out of power, man. Okay, and it's beautiful, man. The prophets of old have desired to see these days. Okay, they've desired to see the days in which we're witnessing. All right, the calamities, the destruction. Okay, the famines. All right, so on and so forth. All right, so this is the beautiful time to not only, witness these things, but it's a beautiful time to hear this word, man. Okay, because this is the word, coming out, broken down, to its purest form. Okay, by way of the holy men, the men who are moved by the Spirit. Okay, and to teach about the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right on into it. All right. And Lord willing, this is an edifying camp session. All right. So we're going to start in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Okay. And this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Okay. Now, when the scriptures go into Babylon, all right, that's not talking about ancient Babylon, okay, because it's prophesied that Babylon will be destroyed, all right, but ancient Babylon is over there in the Middle East, modern day Iraq or Iran, okay, therefore proving that this is not pertaining to the ancient Egypt or it's like the ancient Babylon, all right, but the modern day Babylon, which is America. Okay, and that's a stumbling block to our people. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shai Brakatah, Shalom. All right, and that's a stumbling block to our people, man. Okay, we pin Babylon to be in America, and people, they want to throw a fit because they don't see America in the scriptures. Therefore, in their eyes, they don't think that's what the scripture is talking about. Well, it is. Okay. Because pursuant to Revelation, the 11th chapter, all right, Babylon or America is likened unto Sodom and Egypt, spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt. And this is exactly what this place is, man. You know, alphabet communities, all right? They're teaching it in these public schools, you know, teaching it's okay to be a Mo, all right? Telling your kids it's okay to cut off your rod and be a woman. And that's pure wickedness, man. And that's exactly what ancient Sodom, all right, and those Sodomites were trying to do to their young, all right? It says, verse 2, gird up yourselves with cloths and sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. So it said, be sorry, for your destruction is at hand, man. Okay? Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, your destruction is at hand. Okay? And it's only a matter of time, all right, before all hell breaks loose here in America. All right? And don't forget about the troops, all right, that have been entering through the borders, all right? Sandiego being one of the main hubs, okay? Sandiego, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, all right? You know? And they're continuously coming through here, man. I think I saw a video that was like 30,000 migrants had come over within a span of a month or something along those lines. Something crazy, something ridiculous, man. All right? But these are the same men who are gearing up, getting ready, okay? You know, about to, you know, have their way with these Babylonians, man. You see? We're here, you know, we got families, people got families. You know, these people aren't coming over with their families, man. You know? They don't have to fight for their family. They're fighting for their own cause, for their own reasons. Okay? And nobody likes America. Okay? So they're really about to get their lick back. And they're going to have a field day over here in Babylon the Great and destroy, you know, the inner workings of this system, okay? Which is going to bring forth that martial law, all right? Martial law is coming, all right? Famine, you know? Civil war, right? A global digital system, see, and they're going to be the ones to enforce it. See, these are all prophesied in the scriptures, but you go to your modern day, you know, Christian, right? They couldn't tell you anything about that, man. All right, because they've been deceived by Esau. They've been deceived by that Christianity doctrine. Okay, and that's all Christianity is. Is Christianity is nothing but a doctrine, man. Okay, that's why you have to adhere to the truth of the scriptures. Not nothing that's necessarily going to make you feel good all the time. Yeah, the scriptures bring comfort, you know, but it's also used to, you know, to cut you in a sense. Okay, this is the scriptures is that blueprint, that guide that keeps you in order. Okay, keeps you in order, keep you focused, keep you on that narrow path. All right. But yet a lot of people don't listen to the scripture. They don't read the scriptures for what they really are. They pick and choose what they want to hear. They pick and choose what they want to read, right? But the Lord comes in the volume of the book, man, from the beginning to the end, okay? Verse 3, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back, okay? The Lord is going to send forth a sword, man, all right? And that sword, you know, one of his instruments of war, okay, is going to be Esau, man. All right, Esau going to try to come down with that great wrath, all right, because he knows his time is running short. See that? This is the book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 17 and verse 12. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places, Psalm 17 and 12, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places, arise, O Lord. Damn it. Man, Salakia, man. Verse 13, Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. You see? And who is that wicked, man? That wicked is pertaining to Esau, Edom, okay, which is the Lord's sword. Okay, let's get another one. Let's get the book of Malachi real quick. All right, it's the book of Malachi, chapter 1, and this is Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and rebuild the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness. Okay. So not only does it tell you who the Lord's sword is, it also tells you exactly who the wicked is. Edom, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Okay, so the Lord has indignation, all right, with these devils, man. The same devils that has this perpetual hatred for his people, okay, which are the Israelites, so-called Hispanics, so-called Negroes, so-called Native Indigenous Americans, Native Americans, indigenous people, all right, here, in America before, the northern tribe came, or the southern tribe, Salakia, okay? So let's read that again in 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and verse 3. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Which is nobody, man. Okay, nobody is going to be able to drive these plagues away. All right. Because wherever the Lord sends it, hey, you best believe it's going to hit, man. And because it's already written, all right, hey, it's guaranteed that it's going to happen. You see? This is the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. Okay, so the prophecy is going to land exactly where the Lord, shoots his word, man. Okay, and America being the main focal point, okay, of the return of the Lord, man, because this place has to be destroyed. Okay, this place has to be destroyed and be moved out of the way. Okay, alongside of the very same people who rule this kingdom, the very same people who rule this beast system, which is Esau, the border of wickedness. Okay, and the Lord is going to use his very same people to destroy themselves. See? Now, I haven't watched the movie Oppenheimer, all right, but Oppenheimer talks about, how, I forget the actual quote that he said, but pretty much he was given the power to destroy humanity, and the Lord put the spirit on these Germans, okay, these Edomites, okay, to create mass weapon of destruction, okay, which is going to completely obliterate America, aka Babylon the Great. All right. Hey, shalom, Shapar. Hey, this is brother just put up Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 12. It says, or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, it parteth the air, which immediately cometh together again, so that a man cannot know where it went thorough. It says, even so, when we in like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end, and had no signs of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness. See? Yep. Consumed in our own wickedness, man. So, hey, the Lord is about to really, he's got to get rid of not only this place, but everything that comes along with Babylon, such as 2/3 of our people, okay? The lies, the deceit, the idolatry, all right? All matters of idolatry, you see? Because their wickedness has reached into the heavens, man. All right, the Lord is about fed up with America. The Lord is fed up with Babylon. You see that? So let's get back to 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 6. May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may any one quencheth the fire in stubble? When it hath begun to burn, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? You know, the answer is no. That's a rhetorical question. It says, the mighty Lord sendeth plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Say, so people wonder where, you know, where all this is coming from. Who is all doing this? Everybody are quick. They're quick to you know, blame it on Satan. Okay, but really it's the Lord sending the plagues, man. Okay, they want to blame it on Esau, but hey, it's the Lord, man. Okay, the Lord is putting the spirit on these devils to do these things. Okay, the Lord is sending is putting the spirit in these scientists to manipulate the weather using HARP, okay, CERN, the atom particle collider or something like that, you know, opening up portals, see, bringing earthquakes, tornadoes just took over, stripped over the whole Midwest, okay, big, you know, various parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, all that little area, the flatlands. Who else do you think did that, man? The Lord. Okay. Verse 9. A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? It says, he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to a powder at his presence? Verse 12, the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. Verse 13, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Okay, it talks about that right hand that shooteth a sharp arrow. Okay, who do you think that's referring to? Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, pursuant to John the 5th chapter, Yahweh gave all judgment unto Yahweh Shai. You see, therefore Yahweh Shai is causing, you know, he will cause those arrows to be shot. Okay, from one end of the world to the other. You know, an actual archer, all right, is not won't be able to shoot an arch or an archer or you know, an arrow. Salakia would not be able to shoot an arrow from California to Philadelphia or Boston. You know, he won't be able to. You won't be able to do that. But what device can? Okay, what form of technology in today's world is capable of such a thing? The intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, the very title itself lets you know that it can go from one side of the country to the other, let alone from one continent to another. Right? Intercontinental, meaning it can go from country to country, continent to continent, if it so please. Okay, and the very same people who we are at war with over there in Asia, okay, which Asia, you know, Russia is a part of that. All right, are these you know, Gog and Magog, man? You know, these Russians. See, and they're going to be the primary source of where these nukes are coming from, alongside of the other nations who they're in allied with, okay, which are, you know, China, North Korea, all right, certain countries in Africa, see, India, the BRICS nations, okay, and even they've even conspired to bring in other countries. So in total, I think they have close to about 20-something nations, 20-something countries, all right? And everybody at this point is fed up, man. Everybody at this point is fed up with America, okay? Everybody's turning their backs on America. Even Israel is turning their back against America, okay? Even Ukraine, the very same people who we allegedly been helping are turning their backs on America. So what does that tell you? This man is through, man, okay? This place is done for. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Okay? So, hey, it says the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth, man. All right? And the more and more the brothers, okay, starting with the, the men of Great Millstone, okay, on down, as long as this word keeps being spoken into the wind, prophesied unto wind, all right, the Lord is just gathering up more and more ammo, man, because the more this word comes out, the more this word gets out there, man, all right, the more of the elect that are being sealed, okay, and as long as there's more people who are being sealed, okay, which will turn out to be of the elect, okay, then the destruction comes, okay, pursuant to Revelation, I want to say the 7th chapter, okay, where it talks about don't destroy, the trees and, the field or whatever like that, until all be sealed, loosely paraphrasing, okay. It says, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues shall not be sent upon the earth, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Okay, that's like, once again, an archer, shoots an arrow, okay, an archer shoots an arrow, that arrow is not going to come back at you, man. Okay, anyone's logic or common sense, an arrow is going to go in the direction in which it was shot at. Okay, so if destruction, the arrow of destruction is shot at the earth and all its wickedness, hey, it's not gonna come back, man. Just as it was stated back in Isaiah the 55th chapter. See that? This is not a boomerang effect, man. Where you throw a boomerang and if you angle it the right way, I could never get that shit right when I was a kid. But that shit would just go and just land somewhere. But a boomerang, what it's supposed to do is if you launch it at a certain angle, it should catch wind and make its way back to you. What's up? So it's showing that, hey, man, this is not a boomerang effect, man. See? So let's keep going. It says, verse 17, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Okay, because when Ezra witnessed this, when he saw this, it appeared to be like a time that even he wasn't even going to be delivered out of it. And Ezra was a man of the Lord. Okay, even he had a level of fear when it came to what he witnessed. Okay, the destruction, all right, the chaos, the madness that was taking place, famine, people's stomach touching their backs. Okay, and that's a terrible way to go out, man. Is famine, because with famine, it starts with you being hungry and you just being irritated because you don't get your food, and then it goes into your body fat, or your body starts to use its fat to use its energy. Okay, but once you have no more fat, then what happens? All right? Then it starts eating away at your muscles. It starts eating away at your organs, okay? And once it reaches your organs, you can go in shock, man. Your body can go in, I'm not no scientist or nothing like that, so I don't know the actual terms, but your body goes into shock, so to speak, where you have no energy, okay? You can't get up and do the normal day-to-day things. You see that? And then ultimately your body just completely shuts down. All right? And that's a slow, painful death. Okay? And famine has been common, amongst our people. Right? But this one is going to be like never before, man, because people have been so, programmed to eating, fast food, junk food that has no nutritional value, okay? No nutritional value, therefore you're not getting the proper nutrients you need, you see? Which then turns into, because it's all sugar anyways, and that just turns into a craving, and then you start craving it more and more and more and more, until the point where now your cholesterol is through the roof, extremely high blood pressure, you see? But our people have been, accustomed to these ways versus eating a balanced diet, eating something that's, that benefits you, okay? The plants of the field, the plants of the earth, all right? Taking on the minerals, all right? Drinking your teas, such as that, okay? Things that benefit your body, right? That will essentially regain your energy, and you don't have those weird cravings, such as candy and burgers and all this other shit, man. And we know it. We know when we eat those things, and I'm guilty of it too, man. But we have a conscience, man. We know that it tastes good in the moment, but then you feel like shit afterwards. You're like, damn, I know I shouldn't eat the damn burger, or that pizza, that cheese pizza, because you feel like shit afterwards. Though it's not going off if you do it, but you got to do it. You gotta have balance, man. That's why Esau always, they always talk about having a balanced diet, and they're quick to tell their people how to take care of their bodies. They quick to tell, anybody other than who they oppress how to take care of their bodies, what to eat, do some kind of physical fitness at least 3 times a day, at least 60 to 75 minutes, okay, a week. You know what I'm saying? They're quick to tell their people that. You see, a lot of Edomites be in shape too. Who you be seeing out here running at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning as you crawling into your car to get to work? Who you see out there running? You don't see Jake out there running, you don't see Jake running, damn near anywhere, man, these days. It's rare to come across a Jake or Eve that you see out there running, But Jake quick to be out there on the football field, on the basketball court, But I digress, man. The point of the matter is, famine, okay, is coming to a place near you, all right? Whether you believe it or whether you don't, okay? It's something that you won't be able to escape. Now, fortunately, and I emphasize that, fortunately for the elect aren't going to have any issues. The elect aren't going to have any problems when it comes to food, when it comes to nourishment, when it comes to needing that energy to keep going. All right, because the Lord is going to preserve us, man. Lord willing, if I be of the elect, which I pray and hope that I am, because we do what we do because we want to be a part of that. All right, we want to be delivered, we want to be saved. Okay, we want to be taken care of during Jacob's trouble. We want that. That's why we do what we do. Okay, that's why brothers are constantly uploading lessons. Brothers constantly watching the lessons, going out to the highways and the hedges, being brotherly. All right, showing charity. Okay, being as Yahushua was when he was on the earth. See, Yahushua washed the feet of the disciples, man. You know, he cared for his men. You see, how many men, you know, especially when it comes to this truth, how many men do you see, you know, doing caring for the brotherhood like that? You don't see that. I mean, yeah, you see it, but you know, oftentimes you don't, and that's unfortunate. Okay, but that's why we do what we do, man. All right, you know, giving diligence to make our calling and election short. You see. So let's get back to 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Okay? The beginning of famine and great death. See, real quick. Let me get Baruch 4. I'm gonna come back to this. Let me get Baruch chapter 4. The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 29. I feel like they always these damn trains going hella slow as I'm trying to bring out the word, or they'll stop and make all this noise. But whatever, man. Just gonna keep going. This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 29. For he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. You see? So hey, who gave us that name? Who gave us Yasharahla? All right, who gave us the princess of the power? Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, because he gave us those names, what does it say? Say he's going to comfort us, man. Okay, in the days of calamity, he's going to comfort us. In the day of famine, in the day of destruction. All right, in the day of war, all right, who's going to comfort us? The Lord, man. And that's why it's so imperative, man. It's important to have faith, okay? You have to have faith in this walk, man. All right? The scriptures go into, I want to say Proverbs 24th chapter, all right? If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small, okay? Well, what does that strength equate to? That strength equates to your level of faith in this walk, okay, in this ministry. Verse 31, miserable are they that afflict thee and rejoice at thy fall. It's miserable for them, all right, who rejoice at our shortcomings. They rejoice at our shortcomings, because they love to see us fail, but they hate to see us thrive. Yeah. They love to see us fail, but they hate to see us thrive, man. You know, and thriving on a low level at that, okay? Because we're not really thriving here, man. You know, Jake can easily go make, you know, a couple $1 million in their eyes. They think they made it, but in reality, man, they that's chump change in comparison to what these elites are making. All right, multi-trillionaires, if not more. You see, multi-billionaires. Hey, the list goes on, man. Name one multi-billionaire that hasn't sold out. Name one that's a Jake. I'll wait, because there isn't none. All right, you won't find a so-called black man or so-called black woman, so-called Hispanic woman, so-called Hispanic man, okay, multi-billionaires that hasn't already sold out, man. You won't find it. See? Because they had to give up something to be able to get that kind of wealth, to get that kind of riches. They had to give up something, whether it was a sacrifice, okay, you know, whether it was a humiliation ritual of some sort, all right. But when you get to a certain level, man, those elites, they let you in behind that curtain. They let you go to that back room that everybody's so curious about. You know, you get to a certain level, you see that back room, and you're curious, you're interested. You're like, what is that? What's back there? Well, I see all these people back here. You know, who's going back there? You know, and then you get that one opportunity to go back there, man. That's it. That's a wrap for you. You know, I remember watching a video back in the day with Kevin Hart when he was getting bigger and bigger. You know, when he was blowing up. He had mentioned something like that. You know, how they had a, you know, it wasn't a literal door, but, you know, you start going to these celebrity parties, you know, and they got little underground shit in the basement doing wickedness, man, you know, selling their souls, man, you know. So let's go back. Baruch 4:31, miserable are they that afflict thee and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. See? They're going to be grieved for their own desolation and their own destruction. Okay? Goes into that in Revelation 18th chapter, roughly around the 18th verse on down. Okay? Let me just get it. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 18. Start at verse 17. Start at verse 16. And saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, is talking about Babylon, America. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Here's a point, verse 19. And they cast dust on their heads, and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, the great city, wherein were made rich all the hard ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For 1 hour she is made desolate. Okay, you know, so hey, weeping, wailing, okay, gnashing of teeth, okay, to see the destruction, man. That's why in Baruch, where it says, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. Okay, they're gonna be grieving. All right, you know, those who hid themselves in doomsday bunkers. Okay, you know, who have gone to different country or whatever, you know. Hey, that's the spirit, man. You got the little birds coming around right up near me, man. You know. Hey, that was I believe it was last week, if I'm not mistaken, when the elders were doing a video or doing camp. There was a little bird just like that came up to their camp, and one bird had landed on a brother's foot, and then moved over to the side, and then you know, Elder Apostle Tahar had pet the bird. But hey, that's the spirit. You know, they recognize the spirit, man. Okay, and though we simply can't see it, but we feel it. We know it exists, man. All right. So going back to verse 34. It says, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. Once again, as we stated in Revelation, the 18th chapter, that pride is going to be turned into mourning, man. Okay? Not knowing what to do. Brothers is lighting it up. Let me see what y'all got. All right. Yeah, the brothers, y'all lighting it up, man. Hey, Thawadi Habashim al-Shai. Let's start with Shalom, GMS Hopeful Elect 3. Shalom, bro. All right. We'll start with the bros put up for Ecclesiastes 37:29. Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. For excesses of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. Yep, exactly. And that was what we was going into in terms of, you know, feeding your body, man. You know, feeding your body the proper nutrients, you know, not giving yourself excessive meats and excessive levels of food. Hey, there's a balance to everything, man. You know, it says, verse 31, but surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. Yep. Hey, that's beautiful, man. Matthew 25:35, for I was hungered, and you gave me meat, and I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in, naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me while I was in prison, and you came unto me. Yep, and when we exactly ate the water, that was when we was bringing out how Yahushua, had washed the feet of the disciples, man. Showing charity, being brotherly, okay, being in communication with the brothers. And though we can sometimes get distracted and pulled away in different directions, whether it's our work, our family, or whatever. Hey, this is your first love. This is your priority, man. As long let the things of the world, let the things of the world take care of the things of the world, man. Okay. And when you make the serving the Lord, all right, which in serving the Lord is part of, showing brotherly love and showing charity to your brother. Hey, everything else takes care of itself. Okay. Matthew 25:40, and the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these brethren, ye have done it unto me. Hey, that's exactly what I said, man. Hey, and that's a beautiful scripture. The water for that. All right. The brother also put up Isaiah 31:5. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also he will deliver, and passing over it he will preserve it. That's right, man. Hey, so protecting us, by the chariots, the angels of the Lord, okay, which are those ministering servants, or those ministers, like the ministering spirits, okay, that we sometimes have the blessing to see them, man. At times you be at camp, or brothers post videos, showing the chariots of the Lord, okay, which for these Edomites, they'll see a chariot and they completely bug out and be like, oh, those are UFOs, right? But we know exactly who they are, man. Okay, they're not UFOs to us, they're IFOs. If anything, they have been identified flying objects by the chariots of the Lord. See? All right, so let's go back to Baruch chapter 4 in verse 35. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. Damn, man. Verse 35, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. Okay, be inhabited by these devils for a great time. Being used for what? To go out and deceive, man. Okay, to deceive, deception, which is that's their blessing, man. Okay, that's their spiritual power. All right, is lies, being able to continue these lies. Okay, and stick to them. All right, confusion. All right, deception. That's their gift. That's their power, man. Okay, and they've been doing it, but now we're at a point, man, where, hey, the deception is no longer working. Okay, that deception is going out the window. They're losing power. All right, they're losing power when it comes to trying to deceive the very elect, okay, but they won't be able to, man. Okay, it's impossible. So let's get back to 2nd Ezra 16. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Okay, and those things that were just listed were sent for scourges for amendment. Okay, when you go, for edification's sake, look, we're just gonna look up the word. Okay, we're gonna look up amendment definition. Okay. Yep, simple. An amendment is essentially a correction. It says it comes in many varieties up to and including the process of altering something through their parliamentary or constitutional procedure, right? What is the amendment in simple terms? Oh, that's the amendment that is. But yeah, the point is it's essentially a correction, okay? It's a correction, but those things are meant to correct our people, right? But for 2/3 of our people, it's not working, man. Okay. So, the famine, the destruction, the wars, so on and so forth. And man, the famine is a harsh. Hey, you can't harp on that enough, man. Okay. I had one time, I did a water fast for a few days, and that was hard, man. you know, just the lack of food, the lack of nutrients, you know. Imagine going with days without food and water. Okay? You can't live past a certain point, man. You know? In the book of Lamentation, right? Lamentations, the fourth chapter. Lamentation chapter 4 and verse 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Which lets you know that dying by way of hunger or famine is far more crucial than simply being put down by the sword. Which is what? The modern day sword is what? The gun, okay? The weapons, all right? You know? But hunger is a cruel way to go. And the Lord is going to send forth a judgment, the judgment of famine upon the multitude of these people, all right? Where you got these overweight people, all right, that, you know, that thrive off of you know, just filling their bellies, you know, filling their bellies and trying to get the quickest meal. You know, there is, to big people, man, it's all about convenience. You know, I be watching, sometimes I catch myself watching those damn hoarder shows, man, or not hoarder, but my 1,000-pound life, my 600-pound life, or something like that, on like Lifetime. I don't even know where it's on, but I'll catch myself watching that shit sometimes, man, and it's sad, bro. It's sad. You be seeing people that's well over 500 pounds, well over 600 pounds, laid up in the bed, not able to move, let alone, you know, barely able to go to the bathroom. They'll have like a little toilet, a little makeshift toilet right there in their damn room, you know. But yet they're quick to getting on DoorDash or these food delivery apps, and once they get done with the first meal, they're already ordering the next meal. You know, there was this one Jake, he had glasses, afro, fat motherfucker. He would eat one meal first thing in the morning, all right, starving. He'll finish a whole fucking pizza with like a 10, you know, a box of 10 wings or something like that, sides and everything, and it'll curb his hunger for a little bit, for like an hour or two, and the motherfucker's already hungry. All right, he's already talking about what's for the next meal. As soon as he get done with that meal, he already looking at what's the next meal. And they do this, you know, day in and day out, constantly. Okay, hey, those people are gonna get it the worst. Those people are gonna get it the worst, man. You think they suffer now? You just wait. All right. People aren't equipped to fasting, man. People aren't used to fasting. They're not used to intermittent fasting, you know, going without eating for a duration of time, you know, let alone go a day without eating. Let them go a day without eating and see what happens to them. They'll bug the fuck out, man. You see that? You know, these people don't know what it's like to fast. Yeah, they may do a quick intermittent fast where they'll, you know, go 12 hours without eating, which is really nothing, you know, when you really think about it. Because look, I mean, you sleeping at least 8 of it, okay, and you only gotta be, you know, not eat for 4 hours as soon as you wake up. Come on now, it's not that bad. All right. Now, once you start getting into about 16, 18 hours, then you start to feel the effects, you know, and then your body goes into ketosis, so on and so forth. You know, your body starts burning that fat. All right. But you still have access to food. Okay. So, you know, you're going to be able to eat around 6, you know, anywhere from like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, you know, depending on how you do it. But you know you're going to eat eventually, you know, so it doesn't affect your mentals that much. But when you got a refrigerator that's completely empty, you got a pantry that's completely empty, okay, and you've already gone 12 to 18 hours without food, that'll really plague your mind, man. That'll really get into your mind to the point where you start to freak out and not knowing where to get your next meal. Okay? And that's when faith kicks in. But a lot of our people lack it. Okay? They lack faith. Right? So 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they should think that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Right? And that's, we witnessed that for a little bit, man. We've actually witnessed that to some degree. Okay, because there was a point in time when cost of food was low. Okay, gas was low. The basic necessities and everything that you needed, all right, were relatively low because hyperinflation, so on and so forth. You see that? But now they're even saying that ordering fast food is now become a luxury. That's sad, man. Fast food now has become a luxury. See, eating McDonald's have become a luxury for a lot of people. Because everything is so high. You go to Costco, you go to these grocery food stores, the produce, the meat department, all right, prices are ridiculous, man. And they're low now, but just wait, okay? Because the scriptures also go into a day's wages, okay, is what you would pretty much get for a piece of bread. Just wait till it gets to that point when inflation is through the roof, okay, and you don't have the money to be able to sustain yourself. What else would you have to fall on or to lean on? Nothing, absolutely nothing, unless you have Yahweh Shem Yahushai in your corner, man. And that's exactly what we try to constantly put into Jake's head, man, by coming out here and doing what we do. Putting into their head, man, the only solution, all right, to navigate this thing is being a part of the body of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right? It reads, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Yep, great confusion, man. So let's get the book of Proverbs. Book of Proverbs, chapter 10 and verse 3. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. He will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish. He's not going to suffer the righteous to famine. You see? So the elect are going to have to suffer, man. The elect are always going to have food. All right. Yeah. You may have to go a day. You may have to go 2 days without food, maybe even 3. But the Lord is not going to allow you to perish like 2/3 of the Lord's people and the wicked. He's not going to allow it. He won't allow it because his promises are written. Okay. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not a man that he could lie, man. So, hey, what he says, you better believe that he's going to do it. Okay, Isaiah 60, the 65th chapter goes into it as well. My servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. The servants of the Lord, man, okay, are going to be protected. All right, the servants of the Lord are going to have the necessary items that they need to sustain themselves. You see, but it says, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. He casteth away the substance of the wicked. You see, so you could be, as a pilgrim on the earth, moving from place to place. You come across a big ass house or a bunker or a Connex box or a trailer or whatever, and it just so happened to be a doomsday prepper or someone who collects food and puts it in their shed, you come across it, and and hey, it's full access. You have full access to all these means while they're in the home, croaked over, because the father didn't want their family to suffer, so he blew everybody's brains out and saved himself for last. See? But the Lord made that happen for the elect to have the necessary food that they need to get by and to continue on. Just as in the book of Kings, I want to say it was either Elisha or Elijah, but an angel prepared food for him, and he was like, eat. Okay, eat, because the journey ahead is a long one, right? And that very same meal that the angel prepared for him sustained him for 40 days and 40 nights, man. See? So even that one little meal that the elect will get, hey, that can sustain them for quite some time. You never know. Okay? Hey, because the power of the Lord is greater than our own comprehension. All right? There's no telling what the Lord can do. He can have that food sustain you for a week or two, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months even, Let's get this is the book of Psalms chapter 37. The book of Psalms 37 and verse 18. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time. In the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. See? We shall not, the elect shall not be ashamed in the evil time. And it says in the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. Right? In the days of famine, they will be satisfied. So Lord willing, we're of the elect, man. Because, and I don't want to have to experience that gruesome pain, that gruesome death, that grievous death, okay, by way of famine. You see? That's why we got to be diligent, man. Okay? Be diligent to making your calling and election sure. And how do you do that? By serving the Lord to the best of your abilities, keeping the commandments to the best of your abilities, rehearsing the righteous acts, uploading lessons, doing videos, feeding the flock. That's what Yahweh asked of us. He said, if you love me, feed my sheep. You see? So that's all it takes, man. It's not daunting. It's not a daunting task. At times it can be, challenging because, we still in this flesh. We have, things that try to come up against us, try to combat us. But hey, that's why it's important to be, to remain in the spirit at all times, man. All right, the spirit is what drives us. The spirit is what moves us. That's this flesh. If we leave it up to the flesh, this flesh will sit on its ass all day, play video games, eating pork or something. That's why you got to be occupied in the spirit, right? Let's get Job 5 and 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. See, and at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. But what does that let you know? That lets you know that during the time of destruction and famine, if we're of the elect and we're gonna be laughing, what kind of condition must we be in? All right, being having a certain level of comfort. All right, having the food that we need. Being fed. You see, it says thou shalt laugh, man, at destruction and at famine. Right. So while everybody else is out here suffering, not knowing what to do, pain, we're gonna be kicked up laughing, man. With our feet up, eating some chicken or something, or grilling, making a steak. Okay. The miracles are limitless, man. All right, it's limitless when it comes to the Lord. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. You see? The dead shall be cast out as dung, man. And when you in a state of being famished, okay, when you're to the point of starvation, the last thing that begins to eat at itself is your brain. That's the very last thing. After, your fat is gone, because your body didn't use up all your fat to preserve, reserve energy. Okay, your organs start to fail on you. The last thing is your mind. Okay, the last thing is your brain, right? And when that happens, it essentially begins to shrivel up. Okay, you start to hallucinate, and things that you are witnessing, that you are seeing, may not be reality. Okay, and that's when it comes to a certain point where a person will be starving. They'll look at another person, and because their mind is playing tricks on them, they may think that person is food, or someone that's laid up, that was cast out as dung. All right, a dead body that's laid up in the middle of the street. A person who is in the mode of starvation mode, right? They may look at that person and may count that person. They look at that person and be like, "Damn, that's food right there. Let me go eat it." That's when cannibalism. You start to see cannibalism at a high rate due to the lack of food, lack of bread. People start to bug out. Okay, let's get a couple scriptures on that. Let's get the book of Isaiah chapter 9. The book of Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 19. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother, and he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. So that's what it goes into, cannibalism, man. So cannibalism, when you're in a state of no bread or water, hey, people are going to be eating them on themselves, snacking on their hands, eating their pets, their children. This is the book of Isaiah 49 and 26. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. All right, so hey, that's what the Lord is gonna bring, okay, during the time of Jacob's trouble, which is slowly but surely coming to fruition, man, and we're witnessing that. All right, you got any questions about those signs, man?
No, man,
Just looking.
That,
yeah. You see yourself on that sign over there? Yeah, on that one right there. You see, which one are you? Which tribe you come from?
I'm Mexican American.
You're Mexican American? Like who? On what side? Your mom or your dad? Who's Mexican?
I don't even know. I think. Not sure. No, yeah. My dad. My dad and my mom are American. Mexican American.
But they're both. They come like their ancestors. Their people come from Mexico. Both of them.
My dad.
Your dad's side. Well, that means you would more than likely come from the tribe of Issachar. All right. And what you see on that sign right there are the 12 tribes out of the nation of Israel, right? Which, starting with Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all the way down, right? So if you look, right? So so-called, I say so-called, because those names, right? Everybody has a biblical nationality, right? And those are the tribes, this nation alone, the nation of Israel, right? Not those who are over there in the land now. Those are the people that you see on that sign. Those are the real Israelites that you read of in the Bible. Okay? And all these things are going to happen, right? Martial law. So you got martial law over here. You got this arm like microchip. It's going to be a form of currency. It's going to be a form of currency very soon. Right? Have you heard of the CBDC, central bank digital currency, where there's a lot of talk of getting rid of the dollar bill and moving everything to digital? So everything going digital, they plan on putting it on a chip and making it mandatory for people to put in their hands or put it in their heads in order to buy or sell.
So where did that come from?
Where did what come?
Yeah, like what you're saying, what civilization before us went through the same thing? So we're going through what these
Right. So yeah. So all the people that you see on the right side, those are the people who we consider ourselves to be today. Right. Those are the oppressed. All right. The bottom of the bottom, the lowest man on the totem pole. Right. Because of our oppressors. It's true. Am I wrong? Huh?
No, you're saying what is helping you.
Nah, none of that. I don't do that.
Because they said when Johnny Fox came, they said they were looking for West Indies, right? They said this is the West Indies, and the native people are Indians from India. In India, the religion there is Buddhism and Hinduism and Aryanism.
Yeah, but that's not what this is. That's not what this is.
I know it's a different thing.
Yeah, you ever heard of the Hebrew Israelites?
More like,
So when you know Christopher Columbus, right? You never heard of Christopher Columbus?
yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. So Christopher Columbus is the one who, quote unquote, discovered this part, the Western world, right?
Indies, right?
The Western world.
You didn't say West Indies?
No, the Western world. There's a book called, I believe it's like the 12 tribes, the lost, it's something like the lost 10 tribes or something like that. But when you go into his records, when you go into his writings, he referenced this book, which is the Apocrypha, which at one point was, it's the scripture, but around the 1800s, they removed it out of the Bible. Okay, so when he referenced the Apocrypha, he referenced 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, right?
Can I show what you're reading? I'm reading sources of Indian tradition from beginning to 1800. This deals with this is the
Let me just read this to you real quick, because this is what he referenced when he came over here to the Americas, right? And in his book, in his archives and in his writings, what other reason would he have brought Hebrew interpreters alongside with him? Would you understand why he did that? No, I'm good. Appreciate it though. Yeah, why would he bring Hebrew interpreters with him on his voyage here to the Western world? Because he knew that the people that were over here were the Northern Kingdom, the 10 tribes that were lost, right? They weren't lost. They were exiled from Assyria, and then the Lord allowed them to come over here to the Western world.
You know what
right?
I see? I see righteousness. When I see this, I see righteousness. Righteousness. That's part of Aryan, Hinduism, Buddhism. Every religion stresses for righteousness, any type of righteousness, any type of teaching that teaches righteousness is what you're teaching. Even if it's not, people don't agree with it, but you're striving for righteousness.
So,
right? Are you striving for righteousness?
Absolutely. But look, do you know what righteousness is?
That's what I see.
Do you know?
That's what I hear.
Do you know what righteousness is?
Part of Dharma.
Dharma. What's that?
Opposite of karma, treating people bad.
All right, look
Karma
up.
is when you treat like people with disrespect, with insults, with meanness. You treat them like that because they did something. Karma, they did something back to deserve being treated like that.
and that's from,
Which
is that the Hinduism?
Yeah.
So look, let me explain something. So every other religion derived from the Most High, from the scriptures, right? So they take what they benefit from it, and they go and alter it and make their own form of it, right? So when it comes to the true form of righteousness, right, it ultimately sources from the beginning, right, which is of the Heavenly Father.
I don't know, but I know every beginning, there's a beginning and end to everything.
Absolutely.
Even the earth.
Absolutely. Well, not the entire earth.
Yeah.
It won't end.
It had a beginning.
It has a beginning,
It has an end.
but it will never end.
Yeah, every beginning has an end.
That's not
Because
true.
If there was no beginning, how would we know about an end?
How would you
We're
know?
humans.
How would you know? That's
Beginning and end.
So, do you believe the Bible? If you don't believe the Bible, then there's no point in me bringing this out.
Righteousness, I believe it's righteousness.
So look, let me read to you what righteousness is. So let's
I don't
go
wanna
back.
waste your time.
No, you're not wasting my time. I'm just trying to edify you and try to,
It doesn't
So-
make, it doesn't make anybody lesser of a man for you preaching this, or for anybody not to believe in it. It doesn't make us any lesser than the person.
and that's fine. That's
And
your,
that's good. You're showing a good example. You're showing how to record yourself and how to.
No, this is not for me. This is for the followers. It's for the followers.
Yeah.
So look, this is Deuteronomy 6:25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God as he commanded us. So whatever the Lord commanded us, that's what's considered to be righteousness. To keeping the commandments, the law, statutes, commandments, right? Which he gave to our people. Does that make sense? That's the true level, the true definition of righteousness. All right? You got any other questions? You have a good day, man. So this is the book of, let me get the book of Daniel. Look at him, man. He's through, man. He's done for, right? Curses, man. Look at that. The curses. You can see it. But anyways, hey, and that's part of us being under curses as well, man. This, when it comes to this word, it's gonna go through one ear and out the other. He won't talk about, Hinduism, Indian traditions and shit like that, man. I don't got time for that. Okay? He wanted to show me what he was reading. I looked at it, but whatever, man. He's taking too long. So I was like, let me bring this out. But yeah, he don't want to hear it, man. He didn't want to hear the truth. All right? And that was a form of rejection of the truth, rejection of this word, rejection of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And he's gonna have to answer for that, man, lest he repent. But he wanted to talk about how, that the kingdom or the earth, everything has a beginning and an end, which in all cases, yes, it does. However, he wanted to say that even the earth has an end. No, the earth does not have an end. Okay, the world may have an end. Okay, the eon, which is going into the age. Okay, but when it comes to the oikumene, the actual earth, the inhabitable earth itself, it will not have an end. Okay, because this is where the kingdom will be established. All right, the kingdom is going to be established here and throughout the universe, man. Different planets, different galaxies, and so on and so forth. Okay, so the Lord's kingdom even will never end. It's going to be an everlasting kingdom, right? This is Daniel 7:14. And there was given him dominion, glory, and the kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom, which shall not be destroyed. You see? Verse 18, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. But it has an end, right? Come on now, make it make sense. All right, so that was pretty much it. I'm glad I was able to get that on camera for for the brothers, for edification's sake. So, with that, I want to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachat, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutation to the hopeful elect that are out there diligently pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Okay, shalom, shalom. All right, and until next time, shalom and abad babal. Shalom.